We're sharing our thoughts on the Leangelo and Nikki Baby scandal.
I'm Mai Tai.
I'm TT,
We're sisters.
and we know so much.
Period.
So, as two people who've had babies before,
According to Nikki Baby, when she found out that he was having a family with someone else, she was 4 weeks postpartum.
it's just crazy.
Which,
It's just crazy. You're still like in the trenches of breastfeeding. Like it might even still hurt. The latch might still hurt. You're still like open, like whether you have a C-section or you have a vaginal birth, like your body hasn't even like closed back up.
your uterus has not contracted fully
Yeah,
back to its size yet. You're doing those
basically.
Kegels at that point. You're trying to
Are
get
you
back.
even doing Kegels at
I
that point, or are you
mean,
just trying to survive? Like I feel like you're fighting for your life at that point. So that's crazy.
how vulnerable you are during postpartum. Because that's what I heard a lot from her is that she was being emotional, he was acting different, and they weren't really seeing eye to eye, and things got out of hand.
Everyone knows about like postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety and stuff like that, but I feel like men, there's no way that they could possibly understand. Your body's changing, your mind is changing, like your life is changing in a way like you'll never physically be the same, you'll never mentally be the same. So I feel like even though a lot of men have like an understanding for it, they don't fully comprehend what it is. So when you're being annoying because you're losing your mind, they don't know how to adapt, respond, or even accept it. So I feel like a lot of conflicts happen in the postpartum part of life. Yeah. So what do you think about how she handled it?
I mean, I know she considered to have crashed out on social media.
I don't think she crashed out.
I don't think she did either. And I know that Jason Lee said the same thing. Like, do you consider this to be a crash out? But there was a part of the episode where they're reading social media posts and
Mm-hmm.
was asking, would you keep this or would you delete it? And pretty much she said she wanted to delete all of them.
Yeah, I feel like anytime you show that you care about somebody who's acting like they don't care about you, you just want to erase it completely. But it wasn't a crash out. As a former crash out, I know what a crash out is. And just throwing a little sass on the internet, that's not it.
A true cash out could have been like posting screenshots of their conversations.
Yeah, and like Nikki has money, so she could have hired a private investigator to really get the tea. Like crashing out is way bigger than just a few messages. Like, and it's not like she was like cussing him
Agreed.
out. It wasn't like she was like speaking aggressively down on him. Like, yeah, she called him out for like acting like a deadbeat, but that's because she's dealing with the absence from him formerly being a super active father. So
True.
that you are a deadbeat if you're a super active father and then you go to halftime.
I agree. Um, I guess what type of advice would you give to someone who is going through postpartum, also starting to see the signs that their man is cheating or, yeah, basically being a loser?
I feel like you really got to know your man. First of all, let's back up. You are not supposed to be having a baby by a man that you just started dating. You want
Ooh,
to be a couple of years in. So, like, okay, I know what you look like when you're being obnoxious. I know what you look like when you're being sneaky. I know what you look like when you're being dishonest. Like, you
true.
want to fully know the person so that if they do have a shift, that you can kind of determine, like, oh, okay, is he just stressed out over the baby? Or, because she said he was going outside and talking on the phone. Like, I know if my man goes outside and starts talking on the phone, I'm not going to think it's just business.
I mean, it coincided with the fact, his song had just been released. So I could kind of see why she was thinking that. But she did say, she's like, we got like 6 bedrooms. So why you need to go outside and talk on the phone?
Exactly.
Agreed.
Exactly. So I think that's the first step. Really getting to know your partner before you conceive with them. I think the next step is so your bounce back, like the length of time that you have to bounce back, is fully dependent on the kind of partner you have and how much money you have. I'm gonna just be real because if you have money for surgery and you're open to that, you can bounce back whenever you want to. If you don't have the money for that, then you actually have to work out. So you need more time for that. If your partner is like, let's say you guys separate and he still like is fond of you, respectful towards you, then you don't need to like get super back in shape immediately. If your partner is trying to SHIT on you, you need to get your body together very quickly so that your self-esteem is together and also so that your dating options, like, not necessarily that you have to start dating immediately, but that you can if you want to. If you need a self-esteem boost, you can go out and people aren't going to completely ignore you because you don't look good.
I agree. And also, the bounce back has to do with your emotional side too. So I feel like if you have resources where you can actually get someone to watch your kids while you put on makeup, take the time to actually do your hair because you have someone who can take care of the baby, that's going to make a huge difference. Even getting quality sleep, because in that newborn phase, you are not sleeping the way you need to be a
Yeah.
baddie.
Yeah, mental health wise, you definitely need a support system. So if you don't have one
Yeah.
from natural supports, to have the money to be able to be like, here's a nanny, here's a chef, here's someone to clean my house, so that your house isn't going to be a mess, so that your diet isn't going to be like crap, so that you're not like super like tired of being around your kids. You should be able to go on a hike and come back to a clean house. You need to have your situation set up so that you can do things like that.
And to be honest, you don't really need a huge bag to be able to do that. Like you can outsource for very small amounts of times for a little bit of money. Like to have a house cleaner come once a week for 2 hours, like it's not going to break the bank, and
Or
that could
every
do a
other
lot.
week.
That's true.
Yeah. So there are options if you're on a budget, but be prepared to bounce back if your partner, like if you're pregnant and your partner's already switching up on you, or if you just had a baby, start thinking about how you're going to bounce back. And it's a better way to focus your time, because you sitting there grieving, crying over somebody who's acting like that doesn't care about you, like that's not going to suit you. That's not going to be what's best for you or your children. So keep in mind the bounce back is a very important part. And also, if you have a good partner, feel free to take your time and enjoy it. The way I look at it is like, if you and your partner separate around the time after postpartum, it's kind of like war. This person is trying to destroy you at your lowest point. Let's just keep it a bug.
Yeah,
So if you're not in war, take your time. You know, let it be healthy, let it be gradual. If you are at war, it's time to gear up, put the armor on.
I agree. But also, don't take too much of your time because you want to reward the good man that you have with a nice bounce back, too.
That's true.
So, I mean, I know when I first had my baby, like the next time I was home, I was wearing a waist trainer just because it made me feel good and I wanted to be cute. But I'm sure it made him feel good to be like, okay,
That's
like I
true.
could see the future ahead because it takes a while. It takes like a good year and some change to get even close to feeling how you used to feel. So if you want to
Yeah.
do it healthily, it starts early. I remember calling, like getting a bunch of phone calls after I had my first child, and the girlfriends that I was getting calls from, they're baddies. So they were like, hey girl, congratulations. Also, start doing your Kegels right now. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, yeah, girl, like take your time, drink lots of water. It's continue to breastfeed if you can because it'll help you lose the baby weight faster. Like they were telling me tips right off the bat.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
mm-hmm.
I agree. I do think that within that year, you should be working on it. I just want to show grace to the people who, like, let's say you had a C-section. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because remember, I had a C-section and I was trying to work out while I was still in a lot of pain. Everybody was like, remember, we went for a walk together and you were like, stop trying to go up hills,
Slow
stop trying to go
down,
upstairs. Like, I was trying to get back into
hit some
shape.
lunges.
Remember, I ended up having to take a painkiller afterwards because I was so whooped from trying to work out. And
You
that
were
was my
whoopty.
first walk after having a baby. So
Sure.
I do want people to, understand that it is a gradual process, and to like enjoy those moments. Some, like, the very first moments are about just bonding with your child, enjoying your child. A couple weeks, couple months, let and then get into gear. So,
But get into gear.
but get into gear. She's right. Whether
Great.
you have a good man or a bad man, get
Great.
into gear. Yeah.
I heard a lot from Nikki Baby that she was all in Angela Ball's ear and was like being dramaful. And I feel like she admitted to that, but she, you can tell by the way she said it that it was 10 times more than what she was actually doing. And so I feel like, she came from Love and Hip Hop. So, like, you can imagine the level of drama or whatever that there is. But, like, she kept mentioning that, and that led me to believe that that is part of the reason why he was just like, like I need to just get away from this. So let's talk about how to treat your partner when you're going through the process of postpartum or even pregnancy.
I think it's super important to treat your partner as best as you can. Try to like highlight the things that they're doing right, because they're going through hormonal changes too. They are going through life changes too. Not the same. However, they're going through it too. They don't understand postpartum. So if you're just a raging bitch, they are going to resent you and be uncomfortable. So try your hardest to be nice to him, even if he's being trash, even if you feel like he's failing me, I can't depend on him, he's irresponsible. Still try to be kind to him, because you're so vulnerable. Any help that you get is very valuable. So, and then also like have grace, right? Because you want grace. So he may not be showing up for you in that moment because he doesn't know how to show up for you, but you're still a smart woman. So show up for him. And then whether you guys stay together or not, that time of your pregnancy won't be something that he's like, oh, I'm so glad I got away from her. He'll look back at it and be like, whoa, even though she had just had a baby, she still kept it player.
Especially if you're planning on having more children, because after the first one, if you treated him badly, he might not want to have more kids with you. But just saying. So that's something really important. Like, you are going to feel like you're smarter than him and you know better. And especially the woman usually feels like, okay, I'm the primary parent. Like, I know how to do this. Even if it's your first baby, you feel like you probably know more than he does. But like, if you come across that way, like, men don't take kindly to that. It's like, so I'm a man and perhaps I'm alpha, but when it comes to the kids, now I'm suddenly your son. Like, they don't like that feeling. So, like you just said, finding ways to appreciate the things that they are doing well is going to go a long way, because, like, I mean, they're like boys on the inside. Like, they still want to get the accolades and the affirmations, and it goes a long way. So, if you're loving the content so far, I got plenty more where that came from. So, click the link to subscribe. Do it right now. Do it right now. So,
Yeah, I really appreciated it how she took a lot of accountability. I mean, I wouldn't say a lot of accountability. She took accountability. She mentioned, like, yeah, we were arguing. She was, I think, doing a good job at trying not to down talk him, which I thought was pretty cool because whether they have reconciliation on the horizon or not, she still created a healthy um, media presence regarding the situation, yeah, despite it being a super toxic situation, which I really appreciated.
I was really impressed. And that brings up another point. When she talked about him coming to pick up his stuff and like pack all his things, she said some of his boys were there, the babies were there, she was there, and her mama was there. And then Jason asked, like, okay, so were you guys like, were you going at it? And she was like, oh yeah, it was hectic.
Hours, she said.
4 hours, at least 3 hours. And she said her mom was popping off too. So I feel like it's really important, and this is something I actually got from you. Like, if you are going to involve your parent in the drama, make sure it's a parent that is likely to be quiet when you're like, all right, mom, chill. Don't say nothing right now. But if she's going to overtalk you and be all in his face, it makes it way harder to reconcile later.
Beyond chill, I need you to be able to listen when I say, hey, I need you to play the role, act like you like him. I'm trying to get my family back together. You don't want somebody that's going to be like, he did you wrong. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe they feel that way and they can express that to you behind closed doors. But when lights, camera, action, I need you to play the role so I can get my family back, or so I can get whatever agenda it is that I'm trying to accomplish done. I don't need you letting him constantly know we're at war. This is my relationship. So mm-hmm. if you have a parent that is respectful of your decisions and that is respectful of your autonomy, then okay, then maybe you do let them be present or let them in on all the tea. But if you have a present parent who's going to be combative with you about how they feel about your partner and not take your lead on it, it's best to keep them out of it, because sometimes other people can make it harder to get back together than the two people that are at odds.
Girl, you're better off writing in your diary and just keeping it to yourself if that's how it's going to be.
Or talk to your homegirl from out of town that he's not going to see until 4 years later when all the hype has calmed down.
And can we talk about girlfriends who you tell all your business to and then they start acting stank around your dude? It's like, girl, I'm back with him. I love him. Like, why are you still mad? It's
we love him. We're back with him. Okay.
we locked in.
That's like, one thing that I am really good at. And I have a couple of friends that are really good at that. Like, we will go to the nitty gritty and we'll even behind closed doors like, this, I can't believe he, whoa, yeah. And then when 3 days later,
how you doing?
Hey, brother. Like, okay, that is your brother.
Period.
It's family. Okay. So, period. You know, it's okay to go hard in private, but have your friends get back in character when he gets back around, because I might change my mind.
Exactly.
Okay.
I love him. We love him.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So in the interview, Jason Lee was bringing up that LeAngelo had posted that Nikki had cheated on him, or also that like she could get money from someone else or something like that, alluding to another dude. So what are your thoughts on that?
I believe it was specifically Floyd Mayweather.
That's right.
That she said that she could have. I feel like that is a no-go. Men are so ego-driven. You do not want them to even consider the fact that they have competition that you're leaning towards. Like imagine how you would feel if a man said, "Oh, I can go be with somebody that you know, somebody that's around, somebody that's possibly accessible." That makes them feel like they're always on the edge of you leaving them. What are they gonna do? Leave first, because guess what? You just had a baby. You don't have as many options as him.
Ooh.
He didn't gain 400 pounds. Okay.
He's not big as a house.
His booty hole is not spread wide open.
He don't leak milk in the middle of the night. I'm wet.
Right. He doesn't have the same bags. He goes to sleep. Okay.
His hair didn't fall out.
Right. He still has his edges. Okay. So don't bring up other people, even outside of postpartum, outside of pregnancy. Don't bring up other people unless you're really ready to pivot and you're sure that your plan B is ready to receive you with open arms. Outside of that, all you're going to do is get your bluff called and be mad and be sad because what did he say? Now he's bringing up, or I think it was the girl that actually brought it up.
It was the girl that brought it up. So that means he was pillow talking to her because it really bothered him, and now it's getting thrown back in your face.
Exactly. So don't say it at all because he was mad enough to tell his new girl, like, he's explained to her why he's okay with doing you like this. And that's on his list. So it's just a no-no. It's just a no-no. And I've done it before. Don't get me wrong.
Guilty.
I've done it because your feelings be hurt and you be like, who do you think? Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are? Who do you think we are? And I have all these other options I could go be with. But if you could and you wanted to, you would. So don't talk like that.
And if you are, don't let your left hand know what your right hand's doing. Move in silence. Like,
so I creep. Yeah, no, I'm just playing. Don't be a cheater. Don't be a cheater, but move in silence because get your ducks in a row before you start popping off. By the time you're popping off, you should already have your
moving truck
situation set up. A moving truck outside, okay, and a ride.
With stuff in it, because he might come outside and start.
Because he might chase you down the stairs.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not a good look.
Hold on, wait. If you are the one that's actually bald, don't worry because Stargazer hair will grow your hair back.
I literally lost all my edges during postpartum, and I used Stargazer drops, conditioner, oil, and it brought me all the way back.
I lost my edges, and you see how full my hair is now. My edges are making a comeback, so don't worry. You'll be back.
Yeah, and her hair is real. My hair is fake. But my edges are real and thicker than ever.
Then I'll snicker. Then I'll snicker. Then I'll snicker.
Okay, so I want to talk about showing your partner grace, especially during pregnancy or postpartum, versus knowing when to cut them off and move on.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should already, and this is like something I'm definitely going to teach my daughter, you should already have your deal breakers very clear in your mind before you enter a relationship. Like for me personally, you put your hands on me, we're done. You cheat on me and have a baby, we're done. You do any kind of pedophilia related stuff, you're done and you're going to jail. So for me, like cheating isn't a deal breaker. You cheat on me, I'm gonna cheat back. Play ball.
Tag, you're it.
I'm it.
I'm that girl.
There are certain things that are deal breakers. So keep those things in mind. So when you get in your postpartum area of life, is he doing 1, 2, 3? And you can have 10 deal breakers, whatever yours are. But is he doing these things? Or is he just doing things that are frustrating me? Do I feel like I'm at my wit's end, but these things aren't quite my deal breakers? Like have your preset deal breakers so that you're not moved by the postpartum emotions, hormones, and chaos that you guys are both experiencing.
Because it is chaos. You're going to be annoyed. You're going to feel like, especially if you're the primary parent, I'm carrying the weight of the world, and all he has to do is show up. Like you see little videos online of like mommy's in the house taking care of the baby all day. Daddy comes home and the kid's like, that. Like it's a real thing. Like, so like you said, you want to be able to differentiate between like, is this the sticky, icky part of our relationship because we're bringing a baby into the world? Okay, have some grace. Am I getting my butt whipped? Are you dogging me out and I already knew these are my deal breakers? Okay, and that can give you steps on how to move after that. Nikki Baby said that Leangelo asked her at some point in the relationship, like, oh, what would cause us not to get back together? And she said she was very clear, like, if you cheat on me and have a baby with someone. If she didn't say if you cheat on me, because like she even commented like, oh, he's young, like he's, you know, whatever celebrity status, like she expects him to be like turning up and like strip clubs and like threesomes. But she said like a whole baby with someone, like she said that's where she was shocked. And when Jason asked, would you guys get back together? She's like, no. And that's the reason she named.
I always feel like you can get your chick back if you're serious about it, because you this person has been with you for years already. This person has already shown loyalty to
True.
you. This person had your babies. That means they want to be with you. So if you show like I am changed, I am better, I love you, I'm gonna chase you down,
Hmm.
like chase me down. Like I want you stalking me in camouflage. I'll take you back, and I feel like most women will. And that's what it comes back to, the deal breakers. If it's not the deal breakers, a woman will take you back. And even with the deal breakers, if your comeback game is immaculate, a woman's gonna take you back.
And that's what we heard from Nikki. She said, you know, once he messed up, he was not pursuing her down. Like he was already like had his mind made up. And so she thought that was, she commented that that was like very startling for her. Like, you're not even, she's like, I've been with people who, you know, had like a baby scare on me. And like, he was like, no, hold on. Let me get to the bottom of this. Let me go talk to her. And like, he was very serious and intentional about fixing it. And she didn't get any of that from
Yeah.
Leangelo.
And her bringing that up goes to show she would have taken it back if he had chased her, because she said she knew about it before it hit the press. So if he had teamed up with her and been like, I made a mistake, let's get ahead of this together, let's go out to the press together,
True.
it would have gone differently. But you embarrassed this lady in front of the whole world and then acted like you didn't care. Like that's what I feel is making it irreconcilable.
Yeah. And then her mama cussed him out. So then it just adds like fuel to the fire.
I mean, my mama would have cussed him out too.
I mean, I feel like cussing him out.
I'm about to cuss him out. If I run into
mean,
him,
like,
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna swerve. No, turn it down.
uh-uh.
Turn it
Stand with mothers.
down. Okay.
Period.
And Nikki, baby, if you're watching this, we stand with you. We're proud of how you carried yourself in the Jason Lee interview, and you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna be in the postpartum period forever.
I mean, realistically, bad never lose.
Never lose.
So you're gonna be all right. And honestly, I feel like Leangelo's gonna be all right too. Like, what? Okay.
I want to squabble up. Leangelo, if I see you, I'm gonna swerve on you, okay?
She wants to fight you, but what Nikki did say about you is that you are a great father. So continue to be present, show up for those kids, and
stop letting that lady get on the internet talking about your baby mama like that.
She got you looking crazy.
Y'all got each other looking crazy. Y'all look crazy. I'm gonna just
y'all
say
look
that.
crazy. Y'all look crazy.
Stop looking crazy.
We stand with new moms, and
yeah,
you did her dirty. So Nikki, you got this, and God bless your kids.
Bye. Bye.